property, they can say, hey, hola, I'll give you the property for $80,000. I need $10,000. I don't need the property, and I have other homes. I live too far away. I inherited the property. I don't need this property. Just give me $20,000 and I'll walk away. So that's 20 plus 62 that we have to pay back to the bank, and that will be about $85,000, right? So if I purchase the property for 85, or let me say I lock the property under contract for $85,000, right? If I do that, I can still turn around, right, and sell the property for potentially a little bit more, maybe $20,000. So let's say I sell it for $105,000. The property is still worth $180,000. Let's say they fixed it with $20,000, a couple of mild repairs here and there. The cash buyer will purchase it for $85,000 plus $20,000. That's $105,000. They can still potentially make $50,000 off the property. I made $20,000 just for finding the property. Okay, so this is the high equity list. It can be a very profitable list. Okay, another one here. They owe $55,000 on the property. That's worth $133,000. There's $77,000 left in the property. So I think it's about 50%. It's about 50%. Anything that has 50% or lower in loan balance against the value of the property will be considered high equity. But you can see we have a bunch of zero balance, meaning they own this property, they own them free and clear. They don't owe any money against these properties. Another list that we have found very profitable over our time in this business is vacant list, for obvious reasons, right? A property that's vacant, is it's not producing anything. It's not productive for the owner. So that's an additional reason why they need to get rid of a property. Like if a house is just sitting there vacant, chances are they have no need of the property, or they can't afford to hold on to it. Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they can't really truly see the value. Maybe they inherited the property and they're too far away from the property. Maybe it's a tired landlord, right? That basically their property became vacant, but they lost control, right? And they just want to get rid of the property. So that's another list right there. So I can see that in this market there's a lot of activities going on, and that's a good thing. We have 22 pre-foreclosures, right? So if I click into pre-foreclosure, I can see all the properties in pre-foreclosure. So see, this one says auction. So auction means they already have an auction. Usually it means, like, from state to state it varies, right? But usually it means they already have a set date when this property is going to be auctioned off for sale. So you can see this one had an auction date of a little bit into the past. That's November. This one is in the future, in about 2 days from now, right? And a lot of this properties do not have pictures. So this is not a big pre-foreclosure city. Obviously it's not a big pre-foreclosure city, right? So those are some of the presets that we have saved there. I'm going to click clear. I'm going to go back and do, but again, this software, it's one-stop shop. You can run a full-blown business using this software. You can do everything from here. You can get the contact information of the specific homeowners. You can find their phone numbers. You can give them a call. You can run a postcard campaign. You can do everything. You can run the whole business from here, right? And that's the business is really that simple, and you just wait until you find a deal, right? So the key thing is managing your resources while you continue to do that. All right, so again, I'm going to go here into filter. Okay, on the filter here, you can basically set your own criteria for filter, right? So, and then I can basically see, okay, I know that in Springfield, Missouri, there are 89,000 properties on record, right? And I know majority of those properties, based on this number here, 66,000 is owned with not that much mortgage. So it's not a big, so it sounds to me like this city is probably a hot city where anybody would like to live, right? So if I go here, if I go into have 69 census, blah blah blah, let's type in crime rate, right? So any city where people can raise kids, anything like that, If you find a deal there, you're gonna make a lot of money. Okay. In St. Louis, the increase was less than national average of 3.8. There were 6,000 violent crimes. All right. Just to get an idea of what's going on there, neighborhood scout is a good place to look to have an idea. So you can only know so much if you're running this business virtually, right? I mean, just look at the. Let's see here. Safest. So that's the city right there. All right. So there's not much going on in terms of crime there. Okay. Crime rate is 15 per 1,000. Okay, so if you look at this, right, and you compare it to a city like Newark, New Jersey, let's look at that. You can see that this is a lot more colorful, right? You can see that it's a lot more colorful, right, than Springfield, Missouri, right? So that's just to give you an idea. You can compare against a city that you know that the crime rate is a little bit higher, right? So you can see this is brown and nasty, right? So anyway, no disrespect to Newark, it's just what it is, right? So let's go. So we go on the filter. I like non-owner occupied. Okay, why? Because when the owner doesn't live there, that's another reason why they may need to sell. So landlords, right, people that own a second property for rental or things like that, right? So when I selected owner occupied, no, we have non-owner occupied properties 39,000 in that city, right? All right, now we don't know if they want to sell or not, right? The bottom line is we're going to market to them. We're going to make an outreach to them and say, hey, are you open to selling your property? Oh, okay, are you open to selling the property? If you're looking to sell quickly, we can buy the property. Hey, do you own the property at 1878 North Grant Avenue? Awesome. Are you open to an offer right now? I'm looking to buy a property in the neighborhood. Yeah, sure. What's your offer? Oh, do you have like 5 minutes so I can get some information? Yeah, sure. And then you follow a specific questionnaire that we have for our students where they can basically ask specific questions, get some information, potentially close a $82,000 deal. Well, that's the highest in my career. It averages around $20,000-$30,000, just so you know, okay? And there's no guarantee. The only guarantee is that you will learn the skill set and you can apply this skill set. And another guarantee is that people will continue to buy and sell properties, right? Excuse me. All right, so people will continue to buy and sell properties. The question is, would you like to get a piece of that $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 at any point in time, right? All right, so let's go back on the filter. Another criteria I like to add on is vacant, right? So when I added vacant, that the number of properties reduced down to 1,651. So I can basically turn around and say, hey, I'm going to send a postcard, or I'm going to get the contact information. You can get that on the left-hand side right here of all these people. I think right now they're giving free $25 worth of the contact costs you some pennies, like it costs you, I don't know, some